Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about all the products that I've used up since my last empties video. When was my last empties video? Let's see. 7 months ago. Not as bad as I thought, but I have a lot of stuff. I have it all in a TJ Maxx bag and it's like halfway full. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of go through these products, let you guys know how I felt about them. I've done a few other empties videos in the past. I don't know if you can tell in the reflection of the mirror back there, but I have just crap everywhere right here. It's an organized mess, but some of it's going to the new salon location. Some of it I just need to put like in storage. So sorry if you can see that, but whatever. So I'm gonna actually take a moment to organize them because they're all just in the bag. And I like to kind of do skincare, hair care, makeup, all separate. I also am gonna turn down my exposure one because I feel like I'm so bright. Let's try that. I kind of want to keep this. I threw this in here as a disappointed product, but I feel like I didn't give it like a fair chance. It's the Laura Geller Dewdreamer Illuminating Drops. I was following a Nikki Tutorials tutorial for this makeup that I'm wearing. She called for illuminating drops and I had remembered about this, but I was like, oh, I think I got rid of that or gave it away. But here it is in my empties bag and I'm like, maybe I should hold on to this, give it a little bit more of a chance, but I remember not liking it for a reason. Same with this Essence blush, the Satin Touch blush, and I remember it being so patchy on me that I threw it in this bag. I'm gonna give it another shot before I throw it away completely, just because it is pretty much untouched. I've used this a couple times and I just remember not liking it. It is called Satin Love, the number 20. I'm gonna hold on to these two things for right now, although I will put on the record they were initially disappointing products. All right, everything is sorted. I'm gonna start with skincare because there's only 3 things. That doesn't seem right. I feel like I've used up so much skincare because of BoxyCharm. Apparently, I've only used up 3 things. Pretty sure you guys have seen this in like every single empties video that I've ever done, but the Purity Made Simple by Philsophy One-Step Facial Cleanser is my favorite cleanser in the whole world. I would totally branch out and try other things, but I just know this works, so I keep repurchasing this. I'm obsessed with it. I use it with a Dermalogica face brush, and I think it's right around $30, but so worth it. Honestly, it lasts me forever. Yeah, I cannot say enough great things about it. Look this up. I think you would love it if you have sensitive, dry, weird skin. Try this out. So that's something that I purchased with my own money. These 2 things technically I purchased, but it was through BoxyCharm. I got the, let's see, Skin & Co. Roma Truffle Therapy Whipped Polishing Cleansing Cream with Truffle Extract. So I used this to get rid of my makeup for a while, obviously, because I used it up. This is ideal to gently remove makeup for all skin types. I mean, it did work. It removed my makeup. It was really thick feeling, which isn't my favorite. It did kind of leave some sort of feeling behind. I kind of had to go in with a washcloth to get this completely off of my skin, but it did work. I never used this near my eyes just because my eyes are super sensitive, so I'm not sure how it would work as far as that goes. I will say I was kind of grossed out by this packaging because it's all white. Yeah, the whole thing just kind of got gross looking. I remember being just excited to use it up so I could throw it out, so. But, I mean, I don't think it broke me out or did anything weird. It worked, so a good BoxyCharm thing, because BoxyCharm's what, $20? And then I also got, which I was so excited about, the GlamGlow Gentle Bubble Daily Conditioning Cleanser, which is also a face cleanser. Yeah, I guess all 3 of these were kind of just like cleansers. But I was just excited because I've actually never tried anything from GlamGlow before and I've heard amazing things. This was okay. I did not like the smell of it at all, I remember. It reminded me of like laundry soap. Yeah, I'm definitely getting like a laundry soap scent from this and I just don't want to be like rubbing laundry soap on my face, you know what I mean? So although it did work and it seemed to do its job, I won't be repurchasing this or purchasing it in the first place. I'm glad I got it to try because got to dip my toes into GlamGlow a little bit without spending a fortune. Speaking of spending a fortune on skincare though, I've been so tempted to splurge a little bit and get some like Drunk Elephant, get some maybe The Ordinary, I don't know. Leave your suggestions for skincare splurges down below. I'm gonna jump back on the derma rolling train. I've been meaning to do it this whole time that I've been quarantined. It would have been the perfect time, but I'm a lazy asshole. I just have some like scarring all right in here that I really want to take care of and the derma rolling will help that immensely. So I'm gonna get back into that and I kind of want to film it even though it's kind of vulnerable, but whatever. Honestly, who cares at this point? Okay, anyways, I'm gonna mention one thing before I move on to hair care and that is the one perfume that maybe I've ever used up in my life. The Taylor Swift Incredible Things. This is gonna sound weird, but I liked this bottle more than the second one that I have. Corey bought me like a bigger size as a present because I loved this one so much and used it up and like just want it again. Come on, baby, just a little bit for me. I just want to smell you again. Ooh, I kind of can actually. It smells so good. The new one that I got does not smell the same. It just does not. It does not have the same smell. It's just not as good. It doesn't react with my body chemistry the same. I don't know. This one just smelled so good on me. Corey would always compliment me when I would wear this. I would go places and people would compliment my smell and I would always say it was this. But then I got that other bottle and it's just not the same. I never get compliments on my smell. I personally don't like the smell. It's kind of a bummer. Like, can I just have this one again, please? You changed something. I know you did. I know you did. Maybe it's just the smaller sizes that are good. That doesn't make any sense, but I don't have any explanations. So now we're gonna do hair and then we're gonna do makeup. So in the hair pile, I'm gonna first do what I always do and grab all of my Batiste Dry Shampoo cans out of there. Not too bad. We've got 5 cans. 5 cans in 7 months, averages to not even a can a month. That's good for me. I got the hydrating one, which honestly, not as good as the original, but I wanted to give it a shot because sometimes, you know, you do get scalp buildup, you do get little flakes if you use this a lot like I do. But I thought maybe the hydrating dry shampoo would be more hydrating. I do believe that it was, honestly, but I just don't think it works as good then to take the oiliness away because it's trying to be hydrating at the same time. I tried the Vibrant and Fruity Neon. This is still my favorite, the Coconut and Exotic Tropical scent. This one is really good too though. The Fruity and Carefree Pink Pineapple, and then the original. They all work the same, in my opinion. They just have different smells. The only thing is I recently found out that they're not cruelty-free, which is really stupid. I'm not one that really like will only purchase from cruelty-free. I'm just not that like aware yet, but I'm trying to be more aware of that. I don't want to be supporting them this much if they aren't cruelty-free. I would really like to support them after they went to cruelty-free, but at the moment I'm pretty sure I'm the one keeping them open. So anyways, let's continue talking about dry shampoo just for a moment. The Paul Mitchell Invisiblewear Blonde Dry Shampoo. I really did not like this. It's still like full. I'm gonna give this away, but yeah, I just did not like this. I'm just way too used to my Batiste, I think, that really just leaves that nice, clean feeling. This just felt gritty. It did not have that clean feeling that I look for when I use a dry shampoo. Sorry, Paul Mitchell, I love so many of your products, but your dry shampoo sucks. On the contrary though, this one is used up because it's so good. This is the Paul Mitchell Invisiblewear Undone Texture Hairspray. This is such a good, literally, texturizer. It has that hold, but it still separates all your layers. I wish I had some in here so I could show you right now because my curls are kind of lumping together and not looking the best. If I sprayed it in here, it would just look a lot more piecey and textured and cute as fuck. I am switching to Pulp Riot products, so I will not be repurchasing this unless it's like for personal use, but I've already started using the Pulp Riot Tousle texturizing spray, I think it's called. Something like that. And it is magic. I love it. So it's kind of replaced this for me already. I'm gonna go grab it. I want to show you guys. So this is what I'm talking about. It's the Pulp Riot. How cool is their packaging? It's the Pulp Riot Tousle Finishing Spray. And basically the company Pulp Riot, they go to stylists in a bunch of different places of the world and work with them to formulate their product. So stylists of Los Angeles came up with the Tousle Finishing Spray. And I just gotta say, good job, guys. So, oh, I just shot right past my hair. Probably should recurl that piece right there, but I don't know if you guys can tell the difference, but now it just looks a lot piecier, more textured. This side looks a lot like softer and more like silky smooth, but I much prefer the more like textured, bigger, I guess, hair. I don't know. Now that my hair's got a little extra oomph to it, let's finish talking about our hair products. I'll just talk about the Neuro care line really quick from Paul Mitchell. I am definitely going to be continuing to repurchase this kind of stuff because this is a really good reparative, nourishing, smoothing, just like all around amazing line. This is the Prime Heat Control Blowout Primer. I use this on every single client, you guys. Whenever I'm doing a blow dry on somebody, I put this in their hair first. It smells incredible. I can't smell it. There it is. The same thing with their shampoo and conditioner. This is their conditioner, by the way. I know I've used up a shampoo, but apparently I threw it away. This conditioner is amazing. You can feel it instantly working in your hair. which I would hope is the case for a lot of conditioners. But you know, sometimes your hair just like feels kind of the same. You can literally feel such a difference with this. It's amazing when you're rinsing out your hair and it feels so silky smooth, and it's so satisfying. I don't know, especially with clients that just get their hair lightened. I could not rave enough about this line. If you need some extra love in your hair care routine, get this. I feel like I have a weird accent in this video for some reason. I cycle between like 4 or 5 sets in my shower, just depending on what I feel like my hair needs. When I'm having scalp issues, but I want to save my color, I go with the Tea Tree Special Color Shampoo and Conditioner. This just feels really amazing on the scalp, especially if you have like itchiness or anything like that. It feels super soothing. I use this in the winter because my scalp gets so dry. It's amazing that there's now a color safe one, because before it was just like regular ones or like these. They're also the Tea Tree brand, but this one's the Lemon Sage Thickening Shampoo and Conditioner. So when my hair felt super like thin and just limp, I started using this, and it's honestly crazy how much of a difference I felt. It almost felt like it was tangling my hair, if that makes sense, but it's honestly just creating that texture and making your hair feel a little bit more thick. I don't know, it's so weird. I couldn't really tell if I liked it or not. I mean, I did, but like I said, it almost felt like it tangled it, even though it's not like my hair was tangling all the time. It just kind of created like this rough feeling on my hair that I wasn't used to. Oh, one of these dropped. I could get past that knowing that it is creating that more like thick look to my hair. The reason I won't be repurchasing these is because they are lemon sage, and I thought that was fine, but every single time I would, okay, almost every single time, he wasn't that observant, but sometimes when I would use this, my husband would like hug me, smell my hair, and gag. He was like, oh my God. Those can go. He was like, oh my God, your hair smells like puke, like straight up acidic, nasty throw up. And well, that kind of just killed it for me. So I did use them up because, like I said, I liked what it did to my hair, kind of, sort of. If you really like the smell of lemon, I don't think you'll be bothered by it. But yeah, it bothered my husband, so. Okay, moving on to makeup. I'm just going to kind of randomly grab. I'm seeing setting sprays, so I guess we'll start there. So I've used up 2 of the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I honestly don't think I'll repurchase these anymore. I've given them a fair shot. I feel like they're overhyped. That's just my opinion. I do like the fine mist, but it's just like too fine for me. I almost like my face to be soaked in setting spray and then it settles and then it looks amazing. That's kind of my vibe. This is like, oh my God, I'm spraying for 20 years and it's still not enough. So for me, not my favorite. I much prefer the Milani Make It Last setting spray. You guys know I love this so much if you've watched any other empties, and especially since I've discovered the giant size at Ulta. Spend $10 to get the tiny one or $15 to get the giant one. So hello, 2 ounces versus 6. Simple math. Go to Ulta and get the giant one if you're gonna get it. If you can't get it at Ulta, like obviously it's worth it to just spend $10 for the smaller one because it does still last, and setting spray, I don't know if you've noticed, is ridiculously overpriced. Every setting spray that I've looked at to buy is like $30 to $40, and I'm like, excuse me? I mean, granted that's at Ulta, but honestly not even. I went to a drugstore and looked at the L'Oreal Infallible setting spray and it was so expensive. I think it was like $24+ and I was like, I'll stick with the Milani, thank you. So yeah, anyways, this is just amazing and creates that extra beautiful glow on your skin that I love so much, but it also keeps your makeup on for way longer. It says like, okay, 16-hour wear. I was gonna say 24-hour, that's pushing it, but 16-hour sounds about right. So the next category that I have to talk about are primers, bases, a random MAC Fix Plus. It's technically like prep and prime, so you're supposed to use it before you spray your makeup. Unless you're doing airbrush. You can use it to spray your sponge to dampen it. You can use it to spray your brushes to intensify eyeshadows. It's kind of just a multi-talent spray and I love it. I haven't repurchased it in forever. I think just because I have used other sprays to really just do the same thing, but I do love this. Let's talk about a disappointing product, the L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base. I tried to use this on, I think, 5-ish different occasions, and every single time it just made my makeup look horrendous. So throwing this out immediately, I really didn't get that far into it. It's just disgusting. I won't even like curse somebody else with this by giving it away. I'm straight up throwing it out. And it kind of sucks because this is not very cheap. I think this was around $20, but whatever, it was not worth it. I didn't really realize that I had 2 more disappointing products in the primer category. The Tarte Brighterday, this is a highlighting moisturizer, so I can't be too harsh on it because it says highlighting in the title. It creates kind of like a Tin Man effect on your face. You're supposed to use it under foundation just so that glow can kind of show through, but to me it just straight up Tin Man. It showed through my foundation too much and just there was like glitter particles and weird things happening. I tried this on multiple occasions, just could not even put it in my makeup kit to use on clients because it just did not work how I wanted it to. It's disappointing. I did not use it up because it's disappointing and now it is going in the trash. This on the other hand, I think I will go ahead and put this in my makeup kit instead of in the trash because, well, one, it was not cheap. Two, I just didn't like the feeling on my skin, but I did like how products looked on top of it. But for some reason, the feeling of this silicone-y type primer that was just like felt thick and it had a weird smell and I just didn't like it on my face. So I don't know, maybe I shouldn't use this on clients because I don't think they would like it either. Anyways, this is the Julep Blank Canvas Illuminating Treatment Primer. The lady in Ulta convinced me to buy this. It was maybe not local, but okay, local to Seattle, Washington. So one state away from me. I wanted to support a newly incorporated brand. Like, who knows, it could have been amazing, right? But unfortunately it was not and I don't like it, and actually I am gonna throw it in the trash because it's gross. These two primers though, let's turn it around. These were great. This is the Touch in Sol, what's it called? No Problem Prime Essence primer. I've gotten two primers from Touch in Sol in my Boxy Charms and I love both of them. This one, it's like that watery consistency, but it just feels really like nourishing to the skin. Just, you can tell it's prepping you right for foundation. I totally would repurchase this. I haven't looked up the price, but I'm using up the other Touch in Sol primer that I like, so maybe when that's done, I'll repurchase it. I don't know. This is the Beca First Light Priming Filter. I am in love with this. I wish it wasn't so damn expensive. This had the right amount of highlight quality in it to be able to like naturally show through your foundation and just create that inner glow. It was just beautiful. It made my skin look good even if I didn't put anything on top of it, even though I always put something on top of it, but it just looked really good on my skin and I love it. This one I got in BoxyCharm. This one I got is like a free thing in my Ulta order, I'm pretty sure. All right, let's go through the foundations that I used up. So I used up two of the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear foundations, 400 and 405. They kind of run out near the same time because I always mix these two together to get my shade. I'm not wearing this today. I'm wearing a Beca one today, but I am obsessed with this foundation. It's worked on every skin type that I've tried it on thus far and it just looks beautiful. It lasts forever. I don't have enough good things to say about this. If you haven't tried this foundation yet, it is so good for being at the drugstore. Full coverage. If you want to just like sheer it down a little bit to medium, you can, but I had one girl that wanted like a natural makeup. I was pretty new to using this, so I used a tiny amount, but it was still like really full coverage and we were both just like, okay, so less than that, but this is really, really, really good. So yes, that's what it looks like. If you guys want to go check it out for yourself. The other foundation that I used up is the Too Faced Born This Way in Snow. I've had this for so long because I just like was really not wanting to use it up. I use this for like special occasions and just makeup days where I wanted to look real good. You know what I mean? It was so good. I'm definitely gonna repurchase this. I just feel like it settles into my smile lines really bad. That's my only complaint. It says medium to full coverage. I totally agree with that. I think it's pretty full coverage even with one little light layer. It's beautiful. I love this so much. Okay, I only have two concealers that I used up in here, which I feel like is probably a lie. I think I used up more than this, but the first one is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer. I really do like this as a drugstore full coverage, like you're going for that full beat cake face, you know what I mean, but like in a good way. You can load it up without it looking cakey. I really like it, and a little bit goes a really long way. So if you're not really going for that, you can still use this and use a tiny bit and you get that like really nice full coverage still. I have two shades that are too light for me, so I mix it in with a lot of my other concealers just to get like the qualities of this into my other ones. So that is the NYX one, and then I also have the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer, which I haven't repurchased in a minute because I switched to the Soft Matte version. It's like in a little pot instead, but I do really love this. I just think that this is a better kind of bang for your buck. You get a lot longer use out of one of these than a tube of this. I think they're the same price, but I think this is like over $30 and it just didn't last long enough for me to justify repurchasing it over and over. So I think I've only repurchased it once or twice, but It's so good. And also Nars is not cruelty free, so I'm trying to be more aware of that kind of stuff, and it sucks because I know like L'Oreal isn't cruelty free completely, and there's just like a lot to consider when you're thinking that way, but for future purchases I'm going to try to be more aware of that, throwing that out there. So I have been on a little bit of a no buy, and I've been using up the eyebrow pencils that I already have and the eyebrow products that I already have instead of going and purchasing the ones that I always do, which are the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. Did you guys call that one? Pretty sure you probably did. 8 of the NYX Micro Brow Pencils in either blonde or taupe. These are probably all blonde actually, if it's the past 7 months. Yeah, I love this pencil. What can I say? I have not repurchased this in a minute. I've been going through my other brow products and hating life, but I've been discovering that honestly a lot of it is in technique rather than the product. Now that I've got my technique down, I can almost make anything work with my brows, but they just look the best with my babies. So much hair all over everything. I also have finished the Revlon Colorstay Brow Creator. The tip of it is just a little bit too fat for me. I remember this being super waxy. It doesn't go on the skin where there's no hair very well. It kind of just helps create texture in your normal brows. So yeah, I probably won't repurchase this unless it's like an emergency. At least I know that I can make it work. Oh, also it was a little bit too light for me too. I always had to pack on like a powder or something on top of this just to make them like actually show up like they do today. So yeah, not my fave. The ColourPop Brow Boss though, this one is actually really good. I totally would repurchase this if I ever need to find a different brow pencil. I'll just remember that the ColourPop Brow Boss is a thing. I got it in Warm Blonde, and it was a great color match for my strawberry blondish orangish hair. It's very comparable to the NYX Micro Brow, and if anything, I think it's cheaper. I feel like I would know if it was better, but it's a great option for your brows because it worked fantastic for me. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in Blonde. I've had this for, I want to say years, and I'm finally deciding to throw it out because I tried it the other day and it was so chunky and the color was so off for me. It was just all bad. I was like, even if I add oil to this to save it, like in the dry perspective, the color is just so weird on me. I don't know how I ever used this. This is the first brow product that I actually got from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Then I switched over to getting the Brow Wiz pencils, and now I switched to not buying anything from them just because I have their eyeshadow palettes. I love them. It's just too expensive because I do my brows so often that I just go through products so quickly, and I just don't like pomades really. So let's talk about this disappointing eyeliner here. This is by Wet n Wild. It has a tiny little applicator, so I thought that meant it was going to be like so nice and easy to use. Yeah, no. So that applicator like moves so easily, like way too easily. I just struggled with this. Like it was really hard to get like a nice flick with this that you can then connect. It's not quite dried out, but it started to dry out after a couple uses, so I was just like, you know what, it's fine. I only spent like a few dollars on this probably, so I got my money's worth. We also went through a couple little travel sized mascaras, the Benefit Roller Lash and the Too Faced Better Than Sex. Then I also went through a large, well, a normal size, a not travel size, L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise, and a CoverGirl Lash Blast Fusion. I love all of these mascaras. They're all good. I'm very not picky with my mascaras, I found, because I feel like every single mascara I try, except for a rare few, I love. Especially this one though. This one's so good. The L'Oreal Lash Paradise. I've repurchased this on multiple occasions. I love it so much. Okay guys, wow, that was all of my empty products. I hope this was kind of helpful. If you have any additional questions or, you know, opinions, anything, leave them in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys as always. I hope you guys are hanging in there, staying safe out there, and yeah, I hope this at least helped distract you for a little bit. I am going crazy in quarantine. I need a social interaction. Let's be friends. And I never really self-plug on here very much, but I have been trying my darndest to get better about like my online presence, social media, that kind of stuff, just for like fun more than anything. Seeing those numbers go up is a little bit fun, but like it's mostly just to have like a platform to talk to more people and make new friends and socialize. I just like have been chatting to this girl from New Zealand because we had something in common from my Instagram, and it's just been really fun meeting new people. And I've just been kind of diving into Facebook groups and trying to find people's Instagrams and just randomly adding people, and it's just been fun. So if you want to add me on Instagram, at Ashley Orton with 2 A's in the front. Come be friends, and I will probably follow you back because I'm not like shady about that kind of stuff. I usually will follow you if you're like makeup related and if you're not just like a creepy old dude. I've been on TikTok a little bit here and there. I think I might actually do a couple after this just because like I'm ready. I'm one of those girls now. I'm gonna go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you really soon in my next one. Bye guys. Maybe I need to be a little bit closer, but I kind of want to be farther away. Why am I so weird as soon as the freaking record button is pressed? She called for this is ridiculous. I'm 5 minutes in. I repurchased this to now my brain is going too fast for my mouth to sentence. Anyways, let's continue it. Before you put on your makeup, you spray this to prime. Wow. Was pretty new to Ewing to Ewing? Just comment down in the comment. It's to review. Wow.